And so we are starting off where we were yesterday. You didn't miss much, actually. You did. I realized that we did get the boom. This thing allows me to explode. Liru, is it? No, it's this one. Shisk, no. This thing. Gutanana. So you did see me get the Gutanana, and now what I'd actually decided that I was going to do, because I'm crazy, is I am going to try and take down this giant creature over here. So that's what I'm working on. Let me, I realized I forgot to turn the volume down, so let me turn the volume down so that there's no echoing. Got him. Follow me over here? Nope, of course you're not. It's okay. Which way are you going, buddy? So, what I found is that the stalactites don't come back, but the monster does stay hurt, and I die. But that's okay. No big deal. When you die, the stalactites don't come back, but the monster should stay orange. So we'll see how many hits he's going to take. I'm wondering if this is a fool's errand. I was exploring a little bit above the ground as well, but I couldn't find a safe spot up there. I just didn't. And while I was doing a little bit of just dabbling around on the internet earlier, I happened to notice that there were some descriptors of this game as Metroidvania for people who don't like Metroidvania. I thought that was kind of interesting. Coming up here, bud. Oh, got both of them, darn. Darn. That means I missed. There's two of them where I missed them. All right, well, let's go see if we can find some more. This creature actually does a pretty good job of going where I want him to. Oh, I can't go this way, that's right. I don't have enough jump. But this creature does a pretty good job of going where I want him to, kind of following me around without being like obnoxiously on my tail the entire time. Okay, let's see what I mean? And die. Well, look, would you look at that? Was that one of the apocalypse jars? Good. Awesome. Awesome. Just the one? Is that it? Okay, so that was a good thing for me, but it wasn't like game-breakingly good. Nope, not even close. Good to know it can be done. All right, let's head up above the water, out of the Metriod level. Oh, I already got that, okay. There's nothing over this way. Okay. So I'm looking at my compass now. It looks awfully dull. So one of the things I love about Metroidvanias is well, I'm going to say the good ones, but that's not really fair. It's not necessarily the good ones. It's the kind that I like. They're one big open world. There's not like phases or chapters or anything like that. So, and even older ones like Super Metroid, they had interconnected worlds that. Oops, there we go, made it. Is this guy coming after me? Sorry, I noticed some of these enemies can travel between zones like that. But because it's one big interconnected world, there aren't chapters, there aren't missions, things like that. There's never a really clear moment where you're going to quit, which is really good because you know, I tend to kind of get sucked in and not want to stop playing. Also, the thrill of getting the thing that allows you to unlock areas before, or unlock areas that you were previously locked that you had seen, is a lot of fun. Especially when the director does a good job of enticing you to find those areas. Or not find, but remember those areas. You know, like when you see in Hollow Knight, you know, the beginning of a Hollow Knight, one of the first things you do is you're following, what's her name, Wasp? I'm sorry, I can't remember the characters' names, but you're following that one character around, and she's going all those places that you can't go. Kind of like you know, Metroid's always had those rooms with the statues. It's like, ooh, I'm going to remember this place. This is definitely someplace I want to go once I have the capabilities of going there. And that's why games like this now have the, you know, like, remind me about this later feature, or let me mark this on my map features. That way you can, you know, definitely be ready for, to remember, like, where should I go and explore? One of the things I read about the original Axiom Verge that I thought was cool is, I didn't notice when I was playing the game, but I read about it later. It's Axiom Verge, instead of having on your map a bunch of locked doors, Axiom Verge did this thing where, I'm glad I did that. Ah, he didn't die, he didn't die. Oh shoot, oh shoot. All right. Axiom Verge did this thing where, oh, I can't get to that way. Oh, I thought I had found the pickaxe, but I was wrong. You would go into a room, and then there would be something that would be blocking your passage. So when you looked at the map, you wouldn't see just a bunch of locked doors. What you would see is a room that was barely explored, and that would jog your memory a lot more. Darn. That would jog your memory better of saying, oh, this is a place where I need to go. Well, let me use that skills, right? Yeah, let me use this. I don't know, what should I do? Oh, this is going to require a lot more. Okay, so attack speed, handheld damage, no. Oh, I need 2 to do that. Oh, but I haven't done this one yet. There we go. The color difference between them was very subtle when the color difference between the ones that I had versus the ones that I could get was very subtle. Minor critique, minor. So far, thoroughly enjoying the game. I wish there was a little more of a, you know, I forget the word. What's the word when, that you use for literary things when, you know, the motivation, the character's motivation. Exigency, I think, is the word, which I used yesterday. I think I used it correctly. There is no way for me to get up here, is there? Map. No, that looks like just a big loop. Okay. Let's go back up to the left. Maybe I'll swing by and get my health back. But there's been very few Metroidvanias that I've played that I didn't like. La Mulana was probably my least favorite just because it was so difficult. I remember I played one for the DS that I thought was it was not 3D, but it was isometric. I can't remember the name of the game. So if I play a Metroidvania that I don't like, it's not that I don't like it, it's just that it's kind of forgettable. do like most of the Castlevania games I've played. A couple of the ones for the handheld consoles got a little... I can't think of the word. Oh, I haven't been up here. This is new. I'm just exploring. Ah! Turn around, you woolly. Not the most skilled at platforming. And yes, I have played Dead Cells a lot. I'm much better at Dead Cells. I won't claim to be good at Dead Cells, but I'm definitely better at Dead Cells than I am at this. Just forget it. Not even gonna bother. It'd be the Indiana Jones scene where... There we go. Okay. That's helpful. And this map, it doesn't look like there's much else over there. But this thing way up here that I'm not going to be able to get to. And it's... You got to figure out how to get rid of that light, or a wall. Over this way. Looking like no. Same thing. Dead Cells, though, a lot of people play Dead Cells as a Metroidvania, and I guess in some ways it is. It's hard to say, you know, that it is a Metroidvania. It's more like it's a action platformer with Metroidvania elements. You know, a lot of people will say that about RPGs. You know, it has RPG elements. I don't often hear people saying that a game has Metroidvania elements. I mean, if any game that has a Metroidvania element is a Metroidvania, then my favorite Metroidvania is actually probably Link's Awakening, which is one of my very favorite Legend of Zelda games because of its heavy Metroidvania element. There's all kinds of stuff in the overworld and the caves in the overworld that you see and you can't get past because you don't have the right tool yet. So all those crystals, or there's pots in the way, or you know, various things blocking your path. And especially because it was one of the first Legend of Zelda games I ever played, I wasn't super familiar with the formula. And, you know, it's not that it was the most, this was like absolutely the most formulaic Legend of Zelda game. You know, it broke formula in many ways, but it also was fairly traditional, you know, at its core. But I do think that the Metroidvania elements were the strongest in that game. You can definitely see how somebody might say that Dead Cells is a Metroidvania. Give me a break. I'm struggling here. Because there's lots of doors that you can't open until you have whatever item. But the thing is, what are these things? They're not going to hurt me, are they? I can't kill them and get health, can I? So this is classic Metroidvania. You know, you're seeing all kinds of stuff. Oh, finally, civilization. But you're seeing all kinds of stuff you can't get to. What do we got here? Hammond Corporation posts record losses. May 12th, Hammond Corp lost a record of $57 billion in the fiscal year ending in March. Company announced today it was the 5th straight year the company finished a loss. Reconstruction plan was announced. CEO Elizabeth Hammond promising to cut the volume of Ansibles produced. Good idea. The beleaguered executive has been criticized in recent years of being out of touch when discussing her future vision of technology, often focusing on unrelated projects such as the $5 billion government contract to support research on Jones Station, Antarctica. Well, what do you have to say about that? Nothing? No comment? little more distortion going on right there. Okay. But that, like, I know there's going to be a way that I'm going to either learn how to crawl or get something, the drone thing to let me, that's neat. The fact that I am in the tent that I can see what's going on in the building. As millions are plunging into poverty, the economic crisis has nevertheless served as a clear winner, big business, despite the collectively cutting of more than 300,000 workers. 47 of the top 50 public traded companies posted a profit this quarter. Either we eliminate 10% this year or 100% next year, said CEO Indra Chidari. Okay, sorry. Seemingly tone deaf to the plight of thousands of Globe 3 employees laid off since the onset of the crisis in 2043. The company raked in profits of $235 billion since then. Any comment? Nope, no comment. Okay, no cream. What can you tell me about the ruins around here? It's funny, they look like they came from ancient Mesopotamia, but in according to radiocarbon data, these are a few hundred years newer. So it's convergent evolution? How improbable is that? Dr. Hammond knew what was going on, but she's probably long dead. Hey there. Oh, thank God, I thought... Okay, so clearly they were expecting me to come from the other direction. Did you stumble upon our special freight elevator? It's a gift that keeps giving. One-way ticket, unfortunately. Seems like we're trapped here a while. Where exactly? The locals, CG called this place Keeger. It's a different universe from Earth. Dr. Hammond built the portal here, but was afraid that what would happen if anyone found out. She discovered a whole alternate world, then kept it secret? Why? Unfortunately, she disappeared years ago, so we can't ask her. And it turns out the locals, or their machines, I guess, don't really like us poking around. Not many of us survived. Please tell me you're working on a way to get back home. Not me specifically. I'm just an archaeologist. But the site manager, Warren, is up there at the observatory trying to build a portal going back. Where is that? Only at the top of the mountain just ahead. But listen, we got to be honest. We've tried 100 different ways to get back. Nothing worked. Be prepared for failure. I'm Indra Chaudhary. I'll reverse engineer and build a portal myself if I have to. Maybe I should be more optimistic. It's just hard with everybody gone. My name's Malcolm, by the way. Nice to see a new face around here. Does he not even know the name? Like, I know if the CEO of... I work with a very large company, very large. And I know if whoever the CEO of that was to walk in the front door in my office, I would have no idea who he was. But if he said his name, I'd know exactly who he is. I know you'll probably never have the chance to read this, but I'm writing for my own safety. I am happy here. Looking back, it is hard to believe I was ever worried about all the bullshit of the real world. Work, rent, taxes, the stupid rat race. It was hard at first, but now I'm actually glad they destroyed that stupid freight elevator. You didn't think the Antarctic job paid enough. Probably by now you're thinking you were right. What you'll never understand is that whether or not I ever see my home again, the decision was so mine to make, and that alone makes it worthwhile to me. Augusta. Okay. Anything secret hidden in here? So what I was just saying a few minutes ago about exigency, I guess I did it wrong. I guess I was supposed to go this way. Just up the mountain over there. I don't know. Can't nothing in there? I guess I just went back. I guess I was supposed to talk to that guy to get a feeling of where I was and what was going on. It feels better now. Now I have a clearer understanding of what the hell is going on. What do we have to say here? You must enter an upstream port. Your daughter depends on you. Who are you? Running out of memory. Go to the telescope next, sector 23-3. These whole samples are preloaded with all the memory they would ever use. They must have already been up to every last byte. What do we got here? Money bags. Something good. Rah! Allows you to charge up melee weapon attacks. Hold down the attack button. Okay. Now, I gotta look closely at the timer. I don't want to go, I don't want to record for too long like I did yesterday. The game's just that enjoyable. All right, so how exactly does this work? Oh, also, let's look at the map, 23-3. 23. Oh, look at that. How convenient. All right, well, we're heading straight up, I guess. I think exigency, and God, help me if I am saying that word wrong, if I'm using the wrong term, internet's going to have a field day. But I think the exigency of these characters, you know, having a reason to do what they're doing and stuff like that, for me, it's really super important. If I watch a movie or play a video game or anything, if I got to know why I'm doing what I'm doing. If there's no reason, and it can be the thinnest, stupidest reason too. It doesn't need to be much of anything. But like, I'm reminded of Seinfeld where they say, and well, George is talking about how it's a show about nothing, and Russell Dalrymple says, well, why are people watching it? And he goes, because it's on TV. Nah, that's got to be a reason. Gotcha. Kind of like that Kerplosion device. All right, basically heading straight up. Ah, walked right into that one. Watch him not die. Oops. All right, at least I'm not beeping. Some people argue about, you know, like lives in video games, you know, green mushrooms, Super Mario's 1-ups, that kind of thing. So you don't need that anymore. That's like an antiquated thing that just shouldn't exist anymore. That's how I feel about beeping in when you're almost dead. Ah, come on, combat. This guy's a little confused. Got him. I like this though. It beeps very quiet. Bonus. Whew. I like that. That's a little emergent gameplay right there. Just a teeny tiny little sliver of it, but you know. You remember that time I barely made it to the save space? Like, why is this even here? I couldn't get to it from the other side, right? Yeah, let's go see what's down here anyway. Oh yeah, that's not helpful. That's just a sneak back. Like that there doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Why is that like that? And I wonder if the enemies are going to stay dead until I die. You know, that kind of goes against the Metroid formula where the enemies keep coming back, you know. Not sure how I feel about it. I don't like constantly going through empty corridors. Whoa, hello. Tell you what else I don't like. I don't like being told exactly where to go. But I guess it's not as bad as all that. I won't complain. But that's what was terrible about Metroid Prime 3. Just constantly being told exactly where to go. Or Other M. Oh, goodness. Other M was like the worst of all worlds. The only thing I liked about Other M was the... oh, I can't walk there. I actually did like the 2D, 3D combo. I thought that was actually pretty cool. But mostly that game was pretty terrible. Okay, what do we got? So I guess I shouldn't really freak out by those things because they can't... I keep thinking they're going to be able to shoot at me because I got all those lasers coming off of their... What is this, by the way? Looks like it should do something. Oh, did that exact same thing last time. That's no good. Okay, now I'm realizing now I have this other urn. Ra. Charge up melee. That's it. But does that do anything, or is it just for attack? Okay, don't like that. Let's go around this way. Is that something? And, oh, cool! Health node fragment, bonus. It's not another urn of some kind. Okay, that's pretty slick. I like that. Okay, but there's no way for me to get over there. Ah, that's under. Alright. Back whence we came. Okay. Let's take a quick look at the map. Need to move upwards, but want to explore areas I haven't been to yet. What do we have here? The exalted Lamassu, our lord, has given us divine plans of ancient kings. The blacksmiths of Cap West move a great terror, powered by the strength of fire. We have built for these against the fearsome Udug. I've only been able to test them on our enemies, Yukar. Still, I fear it is not long before Irkar-2 masters forbidden knowledge, and then what? Will the Udug arrive to find us at each other's throats? One wonders what then. Okay, so we're learning about this world that we live in. What is this thing? Another thing that carries one of these guys, which I'm hoping I'm not like totally just getting completely wrong about what I can or can't do with those things. There have been many times when I've been playing a game and there's some not critical but incredibly helpful facet of the gameplay that I have just completely missed. Until like midway through the game. And I'm like, oh, that would have made things a lot easier. I can't think of any good examples at this very moment, but definitely it has happened. I don't know. What am I supposed to do now? Because I can't get up there. Something I can do with this? No. Well, if I... Don't know. Looks like I'm stuck. Oh wait, what do we have here? Totally missed that. Something good, I hope. Allows you to infect enemies and objects to modify their behavior. Well, isn't that convenient? Activate power. Go to... LIB, MR ducks. Oops, wrong button. Good, good, good. All right, now we got something new. I keep hitting the wrong button. Too many buttons on this controller. I'm old. Open and close. Okay. Okay. Got me a shortcut. And you know, let's go back to that topic, Metroidvanias, right? You know what else is kind of sort of a Metroidvania? Dark Souls. He says as he hits the wrong button again. Woo! If you find this, it means I didn't make it. Warren asked me to head to Jonestown for help. The drones are all over the mountain, and I've put up a bunch of gates. You can't even get to the Euro camp now. Sorry, buddy. That's not fair. I could go down, but I'm going to go up. Oh, that's not one of those that I can destroy. This one can shoot. Don't die. It would be so asinine if I were to die now. Hit the wrong button again. Jeez. There it is. Detonates, emit Healing's nanites, and detonates from even slight impact. Give me those healing nanites. There's my answer. That is awesome. I think the only thing I can complain about so far is that I've spent very little time like exploring on my own. It's almost like I'm finding the stuff automatically, which, you know, I know who wants to spend time wandering around a game completely lost. Well, nobody got time for that. But at the same time, I don't know. I think that's what gives you the satisfaction is having to put in effort in order to make an accomplishment. This obviously nothing that I can manipulate, but that's okay. So I guess what I should be much easier. I like these effects. Nice subtle effects. Can't quite jump up that high. Can I grab this thing here? Oh, no, wait, this is an apocalypse thing. Sweet, that makes two. Now I can do something kind of cool. Oh, well, I think now I can up my health. I could. Or increase my attack speed. Infection, oh! Increase the level of affected enemy stronger. 50 nano hacking points, expansion speed, Infection radius by 1 meter. Well, that's tough. I think I'm going to actually go ahead and do both of these. I just got the hacking. I hope I don't come to regret that. Something up there. This is interesting. Okay, can't do anything with that just yet, but what, pray tell, do we think is this thing right here? Fire to launch a remote drone which may detonate at any time to return. Oh my, is it true? Am I finally free? Hold on a sec, you're a kid? My name is Damu. At the end of the war, I thought maybe kids would make better arms. So you've been trapped like this ever since? I'm so sorry. Damu may be the youngest of the arms, but his power can still be of use. The kid was trapped in a jar all this time, and all you can think about is how useful he can be. Wow. I mean, he's a kid. He grew up playing Thomas the Train, right? He wants to be a useful engine. No, really. Hold out your hand. I can make a ball of it. And throw it and see what happens. Nice. See? I was supposed to be able to turn into giant beasts, but this is pretty good too, right? It certainly is something. Now try and go through that storm portal. No other arm can do that. Okay. In we go. Oh Lord, what is this? This is kind of crazy. This really reminds me of Blast. What is the name of that game? Oh, interesting. I don't suppose I can go anywhere up this way. I can't believe I'm struggling to remember the name of this game. The one with Madeline. Matt Makes Games. The one where she's climbing the mountain. Cannot remember this game at all. The name of the game. Me just being a big old dummy. Okay, interesting. All right, I like that. And then when I'm done, we come back. That's pretty rad. All right. Oh, that's what that portal was. Now, can we... I don't know if it's worth it. I could try. What have we got here? Oh, wait a second. This is exactly where I just was. This is nothing. Except it's something. An apocalypse flask. Nice. Nice, nice. All right, this is cool. I'm down. All right. Let's go a little bit further. We are almost at the top. Nice little shortcut, clearly for getting us back. And here we have a save point right in front of the place where I was trying to get. So I'm going to save here and call it an episode. Thank you very much for joining us. We will be back for episode 3.